Since 2022, Ukraine has been fighting Russia, not just on the front lines, but hundreds of kilometers behind them. Quietly, and with increasing precision, Kiev has launched a devastating campaign targeting the heart of the Russian war machine, its fuel. From the border town of Belgorod to the refineries of Ryazan, and even to the Ural Mountains, Ukrainian drones and saboteurs are going after what fuels Russian tanks, trucks and jets. This is a story of how Ukraine opened a second front, one of drones, sabotage and fire. It started in April 2022. Two low-flying Ukrainian helicopters struck a fuel depot in Belgorod, just across the border. The explosions lit up the early morning sky. Russia was stunned. It was the first attack on its own soil since the invasion had begun. Weeks later, fires erupted in Bryansk. Then, in June, a drone hit the Novosibirsk refinery in Rostov, the first confirmed Ukrainian UAV strike on Russian oil infrastructure. At the time, these were bold, but isolated events. By 2023, it became clear these weren't one-offs. Ukraine was crafting a strategy. Hit the oil and gas refineries that feed the Russian war machine. The attacks got bolder. In April, a drone ignited a fuel terminal in Crimea. In May, Ukraine hit a major refinery in Krasnodar. Kiev wasn't just improvising, this was strategic. Degrade the Russian army's logistics, cut off its fuel, and hit its economy where it hurts most. President Zelensky called them kinetic sanctions. The key to Ukraine's campaign? Drones, and lots of them. Modified Soviet UAVs, homemade long-range drones, fixed-winged kamikaze drones capable of flying over 1,000 kilometers. And they weren't just flying solo. Ukraine began launching them in swarms. In January 2025, a swarm of 12 drones struck the massive Ryazan refinery, igniting tanks and halting operations. That one refinery alone produces over 8% of Russia's aviation fuel, and Ukraine hit it again just days later. At the same time, they started hitting much deeper targets. In late 2024, Ukrainian drones weren't just hitting border towns, they were hitting Ufa, Tarzan, and Engels Air Base. We're talking 1,500 kilometers here, inside Russia, from the Black Sea to the Urals. No longer limited by range or terrain, Ukraine's drones are now hitting export terminals, pipe nodes, and fuel bases serving Russian logistics and strategic bombers. These aren't just symbolic attacks, they're hitting Russia where it hurts most. In 2024 alone, Ukraine knocked out 12% of Russia's refining capacity. That's more than 40 million tons of oil a year. Some of Russia's biggest refineries, Ryazan, Isky, and Novosibirsk, have gone offline multiple times. Domestic fuel shortages followed. Diesel prices have spiked. Russia even banned fuel exports for a time. Repairs cost in the millions of rubles, and the Russian energy minister stopped publishing refinery data. And insurers? They're raising rates for oil facilities across the country. For Ukraine, this is asymmetric warfare. Russia's army is bigger, but Ukraine is exploiting a weak spot. Russia's dependence on fuel and infrastructure spread across a vast territory, and they're hitting it with cheap and effective weapons. But not everyone is cheering. In late 2024, the US asked Ukraine to ease off, worried that the rising oil prices could ripple through to the global market. So, Ukraine paused briefly, but then the strikes resumed. So what's next? Ukraine's drone program is only getting stronger. Officials say the strikes will intensify, that new, longer-range systems are coming, and that Russia should expect more. What began as daring raids near the border has become a second front, a front fought with drones and fire, hundreds of kilometers behind enemy lines, and it's not slowing down. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see when we post next. And, if you're interested, comment down below how you think drone warfare has changed future conflicts. Thank you for watching. See you!